Hi, welcome to Aaron Eats, where I eat food and talk about music. First of all, wear a goddamn mask. I'm taking it off because I'm in my home and eating food, but that was just a visual reminder. Second of all, go vote. There's an election going on right now. Go vote for people who are going to actually defund the police. Third of all, call this number and demand that they arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor. Fourth of all, if you're at home and you're like, what do I do? There's so much going on. There's a whole bunch of shit in the description. Just get involved. Fifth of all, let's talk about the new Moses Sumney album. Yay!
Subscribe to Aaron Eats.
Today I'm eating bacon. You know, pig. Get it? So Gray, Moses Sumney. The first half of this album came out in February. The second half came out in May. It's now July. Sorry. I'm a little late to the conversation, but I really, really enjoyed this album and I didn't want to not talk about it. So the first time I listened to it, I never listened to like singles. I don't know, maybe this makes me a bad music consumer, but I never listened to like singles or like, you know, I don't know. I don't listen to stuff until it's like the full album. So when the first half came out, I didn't listen. I was waiting for the second half. Sorry, that's just what I do. So when I listened to this, the first time I was like, okay, this is really good. I like it a lot. You know, it's making me feel things. It's making me think things. I got a new mic and I don't know how to act. But the second time I listened to it was when I was working the night shift at my job. And it was like an empty lobby and it was like 11 p.m. at night and I was just like booming this through the halls. And that's when I transcended. That's when I was like, holy shit, this is a really good album. It was like, I don't know, has anyone seen Buster's Malheart with Rami Malek? That's what it felt like. I felt like, you know, I was just like, wah, like in an empty hotel lobby. That movie's okay. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't compare this album to that movie because this album's so much better than that movie, but in terms of how I felt in the moment, that is how I felt. Normally I don't edit cuts in my videos. I think it's funny when I just have like a long rambling video with awkward silences, but I keep stumbling over my words today, so oops. I don't really know what to say about this album other than it's like perfect. I feel like I have so much more to say when I like don't really like an album, which maybe that's like, you know, very nihilist of me. But the other day my dad called me a nihilist, like in an insulting way. He's like, "You're a nihilist." And I was like, yeah. But anyways, I always say that like the two pillars of like me really liking an album are like the entertainment value and then like the artistic value. And this is one of those that it hits the mark on both. Like it is so entrancing. Is that a word? Enchanting? I don't know. It's just like this amazing piece of art that I'm like, I want to hang this album in a museum. It reminded me a lot of When I Get Home by Solange. Not so much like the way it sounds. I mean, I guess they have similar vibes. But like the visual aspect of it, if you haven't watched all of the music videos for this album, please do. It's amazing. It adds so much to the experience. Solange, she had When I Get Home, that was a visual album. And I live near Houston, so the Houston Museum of Fine Arts had like a showing of her album, like it was like a movie, you know, the full visual album. And this reminded me so much of that. I'm like, I should call the Houston Museum and have a showing for Gray. Just kidding. Corona. Oops, forgot. Anyways, it felt like that same level of like, this is high art. Like, this is amazing. I think my favorite song is probably Conveyor. That's one that I'm singing in my room alone all the time. I'm blasting through my car all the time. But the whole, I don't even like picking out songs that I like specifically because the whole, it's just like so cohesive. It's so like this one piece of art that I don't even like want to go through and be like, well, this, I thought this is this one and this and that one. I'm like, the whole thing's amazing. It's perfect. It's not perfect. Nothing's perfect, but it's a 10 out of 10, baby. I'm just shelling out the 10s this year, and I don't really care. Because, again, nothing matters. You can do whatever you want. Numerical ratings on subjective art don't matter. That being said, it's a 10 out of 10. Yeah, Conveyor is probably my favorite song. I really like also, and. I love the music video for that. I just feel like I like the music video because it felt like something I would make. Not, hold on, that sounds like I'm talented. No, I just meant like aesthetically. That's like kind of what I like. So that's it. This is almost as good as something I would make. That's a joke. I'm not talented at all, and I don't do anything. I cry in bed. I make videos of myself eating and bitching about music. So what can you do? The whole thing's an hour, both sides. Both sides, I don't know if sides is the right word. Both halves. And it's all beautiful. It all like flows together so well. The last song before you go, I really love that song. It's such a good like closer song. The whole thing is like composed beautifully. And again, I can't emphasize enough, like, the visual aspect of it. Like, you need to go watch the music videos, because they're cinema. They're art. Honestly, like, this is up there for one of my favorite albums of the year, by far. And I feel like it's not getting that much attention. Like, it is. Everyone in, like, the music community, you know. It got attention. But I want it to have more. So that's why I'm talking about it. Because with my 2 subscribers, we are gonna make an impact. I don't really have much else to say. It's a 10. I already said that. It's amazing. It's perfect. I love every second of it. Let me check my notes. Let me see if I had anything else pressing. Oh, the last song before you go. I really like the bass riff in that one. That's a note I have. The bass riff's really good. And when I was watching that video, there were like comments that were like the aching, because those like the lyrics. But when the first one I saw that said the ache, I read it as the acne. And that video, it just had like the album cover. And I was like so pissed off. I was like, excuse me, like he has no acne on his body. His skin is perfect. Like, what the fuck? I was like so angry. And then I was like, oh, it's the ache. I'm dyslexic. Oops. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Should I cut my hair like this? I really want to. I think I might. Bye.